Hello students. Welcome back to class. Have you imagined a world where forests vanish, rivers dry up, and wildlife disappears? Sounds scary, doesn't it? That's why we need conservation. Let's dive in to see how we can conserve our natural resources. Before that, let's recap what we learned in our previous lesson. During our last class, we defined adaptation and pollution. We described adaptation in different habitats. And we also discussed types of pollution. Now, let's look at the lesson objectives. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to 1. Define conservation of natural resources and its importance. 2. Discuss methods for conserving natural resources. Without further delay, let's define conservation of natural resources. Conservation of natural resources is the sustainable use and management of natural resources to prevent loss, waste, or exploitation, ensuring their continued availability while preserving their original state. Natural resources can be renewable or non-renewable. Renewable natural resources are materials that can regenerate or be reused after consumption. Examples are soil, air, and others. Non-renewable natural resources are materials that are difficult to regenerate after use. Examples are rocks, petroleum, etc. Let's look at the importance of conservation of natural resources. Conservation of natural resources is important in many ways. 1. Preservation of biodiversity. 2. Maintaining ecological balance. 3. Prevention of soil erosion and desertification. 4. Provision of resources like food, medicine, and raw materials. 5. For cultural, recreational, and aesthetic value. Next, we will explore methods of conserving natural resources. We will begin with wildlife. Wildlife can be conserved by 1. Establishment of forest reserve. 2. Establishment of zoological garden. 3. Prohibiting bush burning to prevent wildlife displacement. 4. Creation of awareness on the value of wildlife. 5. Prohibition of deforestation. And so on. Now, let's move on to the next natural resource, which is water. Water can be conserved in the following ways. 1. Storing water in tanks or wells. 2. Fixing busted pipes. 3. Preventing water pollution by sewage and chemicals. 4. Educating communities. Next is the forest. A forest can be conserved by 1. Prevention of bush burning. 2. Establishment of forest reserves. 3. Encourage tree planting. 4. Educating the public on the value of forests. We will move ahead to soil conservation. Soil can be conserved by 1. Prevention of bush burning, which may expose the soil to erosion. 2. Adaptation of better farming practices. 3. Prevention of overgrazing, which may expose the soil to erosion. In case you are wondering what overgrazing means, I will explain. Overgrazing is when animals excessively feed on grasses, preventing vegetation from growing back properly. Now, we will also see how air can be conserved. 1. By properly burning waste to prevent smoke from polluting the air. 2. Prevention of fumes from automobiles, which may make the air unfit for living organisms. 3. Proper treatment and disposal of sewage. If you've made it this far with me, well done. You're doing great. Stay with me as we explore the methods of conserving mineral resources. Mineral resources, unlike other resources, are non-renewable resources, because once they are exhausted, they cannot be replaced. Examples are petroleum, coal, and many more. Hence, they need to be conserved. The methods of conserving them are 1. Proper pricing of mineral resources and their byproducts to maximize value. 2. Overdependence on a particular mineral resource should be discouraged, as it can lead to depletion of such mineral resources. 3. Effective and efficient mining should be adopted to prevent wastage. We've come to the end of this lesson. I hope you had fun discovering the need to conserve natural resources. Please, attempt the following classwork. 1. Define conservation of natural resources. 2. Explain renewable and non-renewable natural resources. Before you go, let's review what we've learned in this lesson. In this lesson, we define conservation of natural resources and its importance. And we discuss methods for conserving natural resources. In our next class, we will discuss the benefits of conservation of natural resources, ways of ensuring conservation of natural resources, and the difficulties associated with conservation of natural resources. Thanks for watching. See you soon.